What's up, brother?
Check Tuesday. This is coming on Saturday. Check Saturday. Special episode, special podcast, special video.
Yup.
What's up, brother?
We are back.
School stories, brother. So today is school stories.
Yup.
I have a lot. Miguel doesn't, but I do.
I don't have a lot.
I have a lot from this year.
I have like 0.
I have a lot from previous years. There's a lot.
I have like 0.
Oh, I know a couple that we can share. Oh, before we start, let me show you this cool golf ball I got.
Nice.
Check Tuesday.
Tuesday. Check Saturday.
So today, yesterday, we are filming this on Friday, so it literally comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
We're filming this video on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL draft started yesterday. Round 2 actually started, like literally right as we started filming this. I haven't watched that yet. I really wish I could watch it, but we have to film this episode.
Yep.
Because it's coming out tomorrow. And we need to hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without further ado,
Let's Talk Podcast.
Okay, brothers, today we got a great story for you all. Okay, brothers. So this story is quite recent. It's from a couple months ago. So we have this friend. Let's call him Gabe. And Gabe was in my art class. And our art teacher, her name is Miss Murphy. She is the worst teacher in our entire school. So let me explain why she is so bad. Well, Miguel also has some examples. I actually remember a story from Miguel that he'll tell after mine. So, Miss Murphy is not a good teacher. And one time, Gabe was misbehaving in class. So she told him to go to the office. And he said, "Yay, that means I get to be away from you!" And she said, "That is very rude, mister." And he said, "I don't care." And then he walked out. So I know a story that got Miguel and our friend, let's call him Fred, got him sent to the office over a pencil. So
I remember.
Fred is not his real name, but we're just going to call him Fred. Tell your story with Fred, Miguel.
Okay. So, one day, I was just walking in the art class by a cup next to the pencil sharpener where the pencils are, right? So there was none. So then I turned around and was walking back to my seat. On the way, Fred asked me if I could, if I need a pencil. So I said yes. And then I got the pencil and went back to my seat. And 5 minutes later, Mrs. Murphy yells at me saying, don't go near Fred because he's like a distractment, and he's like a very like a distraction to the class, and like he's not well focused. So then and I was gonna say sorry, I didn't mean to, right? And then on the next day, I believe, we had to go down to the office and report her. And the next day, she was out. So yeah. And that's the story.
Which leads me into my next story about Miss O'Connell.
Yep.
Miss O'Connell is an old fossil substitute at our school. Miss Murphy was suspended from teaching for only a single day.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's not fair. Miss O'Connell's the worst teacher, but she is better than Miss Murphy somehow, brother. She is just Miss Murphy is the worst.
Yep.
Do Steve. Do. Oh, here's a Miss O'Connell story. This one got Miguel sent to guidance.
Oh.
So one time in health, I'm not in Miguel's health class, but he told me this story one time in the lunch line. So he was in health and he was doing the nutrition packet, right? And Miss O'Connell comes up to him and says, "Spit the gum out." But it wasn't gum. Miguel doesn't use gum. He gets around that rule by chewing his paper and acting like it's gum, which is actually a smart way to get around the rule. I mean, of course he's gonna get made fun of for it. Like if teachers say spit out the gum, he could just say,
ladies and gentlemen, I know, and I know it's weird,
although
paper, but it's also a good way to get around that rule.
Because you can just tell the teachers, is paper against the rules? No.
Exactly.
So, yeah, he was in health. Miss O'Connell said, "Spit the gum out." So he was like, bruh. So he spit out the paper.
Yeah, and I was screaming because, like, bro, I don't bring gum to school. Like,
it's
what
just
are you
paper
yapping about? I never bring gum to school.
He rips out another piece of paper, puts it in his mouth. He's like, "Again?" He's like, and then he was pretty upset. So in lunch, Miguel said some choice words. So he went to guidance. I got my allowance. So yeah, that was that story about Miss O'Connell when she was in health.
Boring.
So let's talk about some good stories. We have this teacher. I'll call him Mr. Let's call him Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue is the best teacher in the entire school. Mr. Blue is the computers teacher. And Mr. Blue lets us listen to music and don't have to do too much work. And it's just a lot of fun. Mr. Blue Thank you, brother!
Welcome, brother!
Buddy, you are a boy with the noise. Noisy boys.
Okay, moving on.
So, let's move on to our breaking news. Let's backtrack a couple years ago. Picture the scene. It's lunchtime. We're sitting in lunch in our school. And someone comes up to me and says, "It's happening today." And I say, "No." And he's like, "Yeah." So we all shift on over to Miguel's table, where there's two people sitting at the table. Miguel and Olivia are sitting at the table. and we say, "Oh." So they exchanged their vows, and they got married. Oh, and then this year, there's this girl named Callie.
And I did the same.
So
I got
he
married to her.
was in a relationship with Callie for a little
And I
bit.
got married to her.
He tried.
I tried, but it did not end well.
Doing so during lunch.
And it did not end well.
I believe it was Daniel shoved him. I believe accidentally pushed him, and Miguel touched Callie's buttocks.
Yeah, and
So then he went to the principal's office.
Yep,
and he missed AC4, AC5, AC6. He came back.
Well, not AC6.
Well, I'm not in your AC6. Well, he came back for AC6, and then he finished out the rest of the day. So the next day after, I was like, "Give me the tea," and then he gave me the tea. Let's talk about another teacher. We'll call this one Mr. Green. Mr. Green is a social studies teacher. Mr. Green is one of the best teachers, but Miguel is one of the worst students. Put them in a class together, and you've got to.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, that Callie girl that me and Michael were talking about.
Oh yeah, she's in our social studies.
Yeah, she's also in our class,
So Miguel's never doing work. He never has his papers out. Never has his Chromebook out. He's always.
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
There's no cap here.
I'm joking.
Mr. Green right now and say, "Hey, is Miguel a bad student?" And he would tell me, "Yes."
Sorry, I'm joking.
I sit 2 seats away from him now.
I was joking. I'm sorry.
So, one time, this was a couple days ago, we were doing a work. Oh, well, actually, no. This is about the day before spring break.
Wait. Oh yeah, it was the day.
There was a presentation. We were doing a presentation in class, right? Okay.
And we messed up so bad.
And Miguel did a lot of the research, and he did a lot of the reading, because that's what we agreed on.
And I messed the whole thing up.
He did most of the slides. I did a few.
And so to be honest, I did mess up the whole thing.
Everybody got their information that they wanted. Mr. Green helped us. But later on, after that, I was angry. That was incredibly mortifying, and I'm still embarrassed about that. I'm sorry that AC5 had to sit through that. I'm sorry that Mr. Gray had to sit through that. So after class, right, I'm at my locker because I have to go to math. Well, actually, no, I have to go to chorus.
Yeah,
I have to go to tutoring. So because I have math tutoring on even days. We have like a 6-day schedule.
Yeah.
So like on day 1 I have chorus, day 2 I have tutoring, day 3 chorus, day 4 tutoring, day 5 chorus, day 6 tutoring. It was a day 6. I dropped math.
Yeah.
I'm getting my stuff. He comes up to me. Shove! I fall on the ground. Everybody witnessed it. He got the L a lot. The teacher saw it. They didn't say anything, which is fine. I was like, "Oh, mad now, are we? Is the little baby gonna cry?"
Yeah, we got beef. Yeah, we had beef there.
We had a brawl.
Yeah, we had a fight.
Miguel knows the secret meaning to brawl.
Yeah.
So in one of our conversations, I capitalized the first 2 letters in the word brawl. Miguel knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that yet.
Yeah, we're not talking about that
yet. My plan works out successfully.
Yeah, if it works out.
So,
unless this person sees it, this video.
Oh, I forgot they're subscribed to the channel.
So we shouldn't talk about it.
That's what we're gonna end it off.
Well,
now.
all we could say is
they subscribed the day before spring break, and then they found all my other channels, and they're in our homeroom. So if you're watching this person, which you probably are,
but guys, I'm just saying, her name starts with B.
No, don't reveal that. that. She's gonna find out. There's only one person in our homeroom whose name starts with that letter. Wait, no, actually.
No, actually, no. Because there's
No, because there's Brian.
Yeah, there's
That's
Brian.
It's not Brian, but
Yeah, there's Brian and
overall homeroom. In our homeroom, we have me, Ulif, Gabe, Miguel, Brill, Kath, Mads, Joe, Ave, M, Brian, Ryron, and Dylan.
Rylan.
Oh yeah, well Rylan's already a person. He's the one that gave Miguel the idea of eating his papers. So we have Rin, and then Dan. No, Vance in France buying pants.
And Josie.
I already said Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Jose, if you're watching this, I know, which you probably are, considering that I'm pretty sure you're subbed. We know who you are. And we're not afraid of you. So that's our homeroom. I gotta say, there's a lot of good people in our homeroom and a lot of bad people in our homeroom. One of those people in the homeroom, they can get a bit cuckoo, but they're pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They sit at Miguel's table. Baral. They sit at it's not Miguel. They sit at Miguel's table because Miguel's not cool.
Yeah, they sit across from me.
Like, Miguel's not cool, obviously. It's not Miguel. Like, you know.
Yeah. I'm not cool because
I just realized we gave everything away. Because now they're going to watch the video and they're going to be like, huh. Hey, wait a second. What's up, brother? Hi, Miguel. Do you have a story for us? Well,
no,
I quickly...
Actually not.
Well, I'll be right back, so think of a story. Think of a story from this year.
I don't have one.
Tell them how many, like, sub-stories you have and stuff. Oh, tell them it's like a story from, like... Oh! Do the one where you wanted to do Ronaldo, but you had... And then after that story, tell them about when you did actually do Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
And the worms allergy. So start with the living museum, and then after you do that story, do the information book story. All right, I'll be back.
All right.
I gotta go to use the restroom.
All right. So guys, like Michael said, we're not gonna go into that much detail. We might though. So, anyways, back in homeroom. Sorry if I'm clapping so much. I do that a lot when I'm talking. So, we were doing the living museum project, and I was like midway done, and I was doing Jackie Robinson, and I was like, why can't I do someone I know like so well, like Ronaldo? And she's like, no, do you have a book? I'm like, no. And then she was like, so you can't do him because you don't have a book. And I'm like, it's just a book. Like, why do you need a book on, like a famous soccer player? And, then, like, me and my teacher, still had an argument on the next day. And I just had to stick with Jackie Robinson because I got so mad. And then, like, 2 days later, maybe 1 day later, we had the living museum project. And to be honest, I did have a lot of props and stuff. So, yeah. And also, so on another day, it was like probably like a week by, we were doing another project, and I partnered up with Michael for a little bit, and then we worked alone. So I was like, okay, so and this is about Ronaldo again. So I did worms and allergies, the worst and grossest thing ever in life. And then
It's pretty bad.
and my teacher was like, "All right, give me 2 articles on Cristiano Ronaldo," and I'm like, I already got one, and like there was like 3 teachers in the room, and like
Oh, after this story, we should tell them about the gray hair teacher. What's her
yeah,
name?
I forgot, but
Let's call her Miss S.
Mhm.
We gotta tell them some Miss S stories.
yeah, and then
S stands for stupido.
yep,
She's definitely a bad
and
teacher.
I picked Ronaldo, and it was successful. So
I
yeah,
did
that's
technology and its effect on children for information books.
Anyways, now let's go over to that Mrs. S story.
So,
You want to take it away, Michael?
mm-hmm.
All right.
There was this one time she came into our classroom as usual, right? And she's sitting there at a little desk, drinking her coffee and staring at Miguel's back just to make sure that he doesn't do anything. She comes up to
Yeah,
Miguel,
she's
she
like,
says, "Hey, how are you doing?" He's like, "Fine." She's like, "May I see your work?" And he's like, "No, bro." So then she's
no,
like,
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna
no, I'm
I'm
not
gonna
done yet.
tell the teacher.
Let me finish. And then she just took my paper.
She shows it to our English teacher. We'll call her Miss F. Mrs. F comes over to Miguel. She helps Miguel in a good way.
Mm-hmm. And then Mrs. F, and then I think this is like another day, Mrs. F asked me, like, why are you like arguing with Mrs. S? And I said, I'm not. She keeps coming to my desk as I'm doing my work, and she's like, "Oh, let me see your paper. Let me see your notebook." And I'm like mid sentence, mid paragraph, and then Mrs. S comes and takes my paper and shows her what I've been doing, and
I wish that there were security cameras in those classrooms so that we could have justifiable evidence to show the principal and the superintendent as to why she should be fired.
Yeah, because she doesn't usually, because the principal usually doesn't believe us if like there's like 1 or 2 people, and like back in that Mrs. like Murphy story, I had with like Fred, like that's like that, so like 4 or 5 kids went to the office to report her. So if we do the same and like bring like 5 or like 4 or 5 kids to the office, like then she might also get reported for a day or just get like a warning. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to think of some other stories here. There's been a lot of stories. Miguel, tell us a story from last year. How about that? I know that you have a couple from last year. Oh, I have one. So, there was the teacher we had last year. Her name, Mrs. Hanson. Mrs. Hanson was a psychopath. So, Miguel, tell them the locker story.
What locker story?
Remember last year when you were trying to escape from Mrs. Hanson? Tell them.
Yeah. So, one.
Sorry, I'm playing retro ball. Just do a pick.
So one day, I was just cleaning out my locker, and then I had the idea and audacity to hide it in my locker from Mrs. Hanson. And people are like, "Why are you in the locker? I'm gonna go tell the teacher." I'm gonna be like,
Who's next?
Mrs. Hanson is like, "Oh, where's Miguel?" and like the students that told me are like, "Oh, he's in a locker trying to hide from you because he doesn't want to get in trouble." And like Mrs. Hanson's like, "Well, he's already in trouble." So then I come out of my locker because she calls my name. I'm like, "Yeah, like what do you want?" And she's like, "Where were you? And why do you take so long?" And I said because I was busy cleaning out my locker. And yeah,
Yes, cleaning out your locker.
cleaning because I was done cleaning my locker.
Cleaning.
So yeah,
Cleaning in quotations.
yeah, cleaning quotations, guys.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of things that Mrs. Hanson has done to our school.
yeah.
So here's a story. We had a teacher last year, and also the year before that. We'll call her Mrs. B. Probably the best teacher we've ever had, I think. Mrs. B, she was kind of like an ELA teacher.
Yeah, she's so kind.
So and at the end of the year, last year, she let us write whatever we wanted. So are you kidding me? So I just wrote a short story about this guy who wants to fight a dragon. Yeah. So last year I did band. I don't do band anymore. I didn't do band this year. This year I quit band a little bit.
Yeah,
through.
to do chorus.
So last year I did band. We'll call the teacher Mr. M. Probably the best teacher. One of the best teachers at that school. Mr. M was our band teacher, and he's a band teacher across the entire region, like our school region. So he was really cool. So this year we have a new band teacher. We'll call him Mr. K. Mr. K is okay. Mr. K is okay, I guess. Like, you can always tell when Mr. K is talking because you can hear his voice. Let me do an impression of Mr. K. Alright, everyone, so you're going to want to take out this page of your music. We're going to be learning about that, so if you want to complete the Edpuzzle video that I have posted inside of the Google Classroom, that's what you're going to need to do.
Just like every teacher.
Well, Miguel doesn't really never did band.
Yeah.
So, Mr. K, he was fine, but let's call our chorus and music teacher. What should we?
Mrs. D.
But that's not Mrs. C, right? No, it's Miss C. Miss C is our chorus and music teacher. So we have. Miguel, tell them about your music project that you had to do with Lou, Caleb, and Henry.
Yeah. So guys, sorry I've been clapping so much for this.
That's just this thing,
I know, that's what I do a lot, usually when I'm, like, talking. So anyways, we were in music class. She announced that we were doing a project.
About a singer.
About, like, a famous, like, person.
So Miguel is not in my music class, but he said that he worked with Lou, Henry, and
Caleb. And we are doing, and it was just me, Lou, and Caleb, like, doing our project. And then on the next, like, few days, when we had the next music class, Henry's like, "Oh, can I join?" And he asks, like, CJ and me, because Lou wasn't there on that day.
CJ is also Caleb. He goes by both of those names, by the way.
And,
just letting you guys know.
He was, like, begging me to join. I was like, but we're already forming a group. And I tell,
you should have said no. You should have gone home. You should have thought twice. Oh, sorry. I'm a Swiftie. I had to do it.
Yeah, same.
I was going to say, well, you should have said no, but I was like, that's a song.
And then, where was I? And
I
then
thought
we
you
did
said
the
Mets. I was like
project.
the Mets. What?
Lou was in there on the next day again, which is the day, the last day.
Yeah, Lou ditched him.
And then Lou was there, and then Lou wasn't there on the day we were presenting. So
Yeah.
it was just me, Henry, and Caleb, and we did the presentation. And it was
What
pretty
singer
fun.
did you do?
We did what's his name? Justin Wilson 3.
I did Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I was trying to beat the girls to getting Taylor Swift and the boys to getting Michael Jackson, but I couldn't because I suck at rock. I'm like bad at rock, paper, scissors.
Every time we have computers, me and Walt will just listen to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Walt. And if you guys didn't know, also, how Michael just said Walt. Walt is actually my cousin. If you guys didn't know, so
Is he actually?
yeah, he is.
Dang,
I know.
that's cool.
So yeah,
I should probably ask him if that's true.
yeah.
Because what's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
But Michael, I actually feel like we're siblings. Like we're so alike, you know.
No,
And,
we're
like,
not.
so
I'm
different.
nothing like you.
Yes, you are.
How?
Hair color, almost the
Your
same
hair's lighter
height.
than mine, buddy. I'm
Both has,
Italian. You're
Both has
Portuguese.
a lot of energy. Both
You're
like football.
Okay, fine. Are you Italian? No.
Oh yeah.
Am I Portuguese? No. Miguel's Portuguese. I'm Italian. Mamma Mia. Mia's my mama? Who's Mia? Why is the hammer floating? What is this game? Sorry, I'm playing a game now.
Yeah.
So, in the Skibidi Sigma land, they had a Skibidi toilet, and his name was Sigma Ohio Rizzler. Sigma Ohio Rizzler was definitely a Rizzler, but he was a Skibidi brother. He was my Skibidi Sigma cousin!
Oh.
I didn't die? Of course, he was my Skibidi Sigma cousin. But then he said, "What the Sigma?" and flipped on out of there. Because he was a Sigma.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, we've got some stories left.
How much?
A few. So, Miguel, I would like you to tell our viewers, our wonderful viewers, a quick story. My camera is going to be off for a minute, but I will be talking still. Well, my camera's just going to be off.
So, what story?
Oh, there's a lot of stories.
I have, like, no idea.
Well, you could tell them a story from, like, Spanish.
What?
There's some bad stories in Spanish. Oh, science! There's been some times in science.
Mm-hmm.
There was that one time in science. I remember it.
That one time.
Want to talk about it?
Well, wait, which one? Because, like, there's been a few.
What's the worst one that happened with Miss G, our science teacher?
Oh, when I threw those things down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about that one.
That?
Talk about that one.
Okay. So one day, we were walking to science class. I got like pretty mad and upset coming from the cafeteria because I had some drama. And people were saying I dated or liked a girl named Hale, and
I forgot about that.
And I got into my science class and with Miss G was the teacher.
Yep.
And I got so mad, I threw down a chair on accident. It was an accident, guys. Because I got so mad, and I was like, oops, I'm picking it up. And she's like, stay in your seat. That's not acceptable. I'm like, I'm picking up the chair I threw down. She's like, I don't care. Sit. And I got mad. And 5 minutes later, she says, that was unacceptable. Please don't do that again. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm just so mad because I have a lot of things I'm going through right now, and I had a stressful time a few minutes ago. So, and then yeah, that's the end. Yeah.
And there were a couple in social studies.
Really?
Yeah, we've had a lot in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some in English. There's a lot of stories we could go over. But let's talk about drama. So there's this guy. Oh, Miguel, I actually want you to give me a full an experience of the Finding Nemo show. So they did Finding Nemo for our drama club this year.
Yeah, so speaking of,
So tell them how the show went. When at the time we're filming this, they did it on Thursday, so they did it yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday we had a show.
Yeah,
in the morning. I had to go to school at 7 for my run through of the Finding Nemo show that I'm in, or I was in. And we were doing the run through. Then since we needed a lot of work, we came in when behind the curtains, like 5 minutes before the show, 3 minutes before the show, we practiced a few scenes, like 2 scenes. Okay, not like 5 minutes, but you guys know what I mean, like 20.
Yeah.
And we were like setting up, practicing the scenes. And yeah, we had the show going. It was pretty fun. So yeah.
So tell them how everything went. So tell them that basically everything that happened yesterday.
My drama club?
Yeah, so tell them about the full performance and the good things and the bad things that happened. Because I didn't get to go see it.
Yeah, so Michael didn't get to go, but it was a pretty good show, successful. Everyone did their parts. So yeah, when it was my turn, to go on stage, which was the coral reef, the parents, like the school scene.
Be nice, kids.
Yeah, that is one of my lines. So then, I had like a few lines, and Gav, he said, it's more than your other one, which is his line. I'm like, be nice, kids, which is my line.
It's awesome.
And then,
land on the beach like cuckoo-ca-choo.
Cuckoo-ca-choo. That is also one of Gav's scene. Gabe, Gab, whatever.
Gabe.
Gab.
He gave me a black eye. What?
Anyway,
me and Gav are good friends.
Song, Big Blue World. It was still our scene, like our last scene. Olive said, Michael knows who I'm talking about, but she said,
oh yeah. Well, we said her name. We said her name before we were talking about the.
Oh yeah, Olivia.
Olivia.
And then, my line was,
be nice, kids.
No, that's one of my lines. What is the other one? Oh, you're doing good as a first timer, and that was to Mickey, who was playing Marlin, which is the father of Nemo.
Say Mikkel.
Yeah, Mikkel. And yeah, so I did mess up the first time, but then I did it on the second time, and that was the last.
Where's my dad?
And that was like the last scene. Like that was the parents' last scene.
So in the show, Nemo sings a song called "Where's My Dad."
No.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, Michael doesn't know the songs.
Can't
Sadly,
speak.
he didn't see the
But I
show.
know there's a song that goes like that.
Yeah.
Who was Nemo? Bren was Nemo, right?
Yeah, Bren. Nemo. Brenda.
Well, we already had Bren. That worked. It's awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling so far?
Very entertaining, am I right?
Yeah. So now, what do you guys think of America? I don't know why I'm saying.
I say it's pretty good.
So
I mean, it's the country I live in, so.
for our next story. Oh,
Oh, wait, look at the time. It's 7:50.
Almost.
Still.
So I am MJW. If you guys did not know. That's my name. Is that my name? I don't know. Miguel, what's the best thing about MJW?
I don't know.
I think that MJW is a cool guy.
Yeah, he is pretty cool.
So MJW is this guy. His me. I am the best guy. So let's tell a story here. Miguel, tell the full Cali story. Basically everything that happened during that.
Wait, I'm doing something real quick.
Because there's a lot of stuff that happened during that.
Yeah. So, guys,
Oh, okay, you have to go soon. Well,
yeah.
guys.
So, anyways, before I go, I'm gonna say the full Cali story, and then I might as well leave. So, anyways, back to action. So this Cali story happened. I don't know, like the month, but I think it was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and a half, 2.5 months ago. So yeah, me and Callie were dating.
Kind of. No, dating in quotations.
No, we became best friends.
She hated you.
Okay, she hated me at first. We got to know each other. Then we just so we were on a phone call, and we decided that we should start dating, right? And that was not in quotations. That was like actually.
You didn't actually date.
Yeah, not actually, but kind of. And then a day later, I think it was Sunday when we were on the phone call. So Monday, it was our first day together. Everyone like found out.
Did you guys ever hold hands?
No, everyone found out because Callie probably told a lot of people.
Wow, that's sad. You guys never even got to.
But a lot of people made fun of me. But I mean, Callie's a nice, amazing person. So yeah, started dating. In quotations, because we weren't actually dating. We're not in like high school or college, so. But anyways, yeah, so that happened, and then a month later, we had that thing where Daniel accidentally
pushed
me into Callie, and I went to the office. If Michael didn't say that already,
I did say that.
He did. Then yeah, that's the story. That's our like whole dating story, relationship story, and then that last part I just talked about was our breakup. So yeah. And anyways, guys, look at the time.
Well, Thank you all for talking podcast with us. It has really been an honor. And we'll see you all in technically, I guess, 2 weeks. Well, y'all know the drill. Thank you for talking podcast with us, and we will see you later next week for some more crazy stories. Goodbye, brother!